Hey everybody, Robin here. I have a special guest with me today for this video. My bunny! Whee! Yeah, she does not like you guys right now. Yeah, she's just gonna be in the background. Since I don't have friends to collab with, she's gonna collab with me. Today we're gonna be talking about the terrible bad habits of the zodiac signs, and there's a lot. Let's start with the lovely Aries. Aries has this tendency to, how do you say, jump before you look? Or is it like leap before you? I don't know. Aries are known for their spontaneousness and just being really bold in their actions. Like, you want to go on a road trip? Aries is already at the hotel. Now for indecisive people like me, this is a good thing because Aries will make the decisions for me. But also it kind of sucks because, you know, sometimes when you're leaping without looking, it's a cliff. Moving on to Taurus. Taurus has really strong senses. I remember I sprayed perfume in the early morning and my sister came, who's like heavily influenced as a Taurus, she came in later that night and she was like, oh my god, Alexa, that is so strong. Like, why did you spray that? And I was like, dude, I sprayed that in the morning. Like, I put like one spritz. And she was like freaking out. Like, her nose was like, she was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get a headache. Like, you poor Tauruses, like with your strong sense, like, we know it's spicy, but like, is it really that spicy, Taurus? Gemini has what I consider to be renting hand syndrome, where their hands do this, where they're like flailing about. They express themselves like this, freaking like they're dancing and stuff. Usually when they're arguing or they're ranting, like, you're gonna whack me in the face, Gemini, oh my goodness. They're just really expressive about it. Jazz hands. Next up is Cancer. I know a lot of Cancers in my life, and I find this a really common thread between them all. They have a special relationship with sleep that should not be disturbed. Like, Cancer needs their beauty sleep. People need sleep, but Cancer needs sleep. They will find sleep wherever they can if they don't get all that they need. Leo. Okay, this can be considered like a good thing, but for a Libra who needs her balance, it's not. Leos are giving. We all know this. But to this point where I feel like I owe them my soul. You guys give too much. It's kind of the same ordeal with Virgos. Virgos put other people above them. Don't forget that you are human and that you need to be listened to as well. Most of my Virgo friends talk about life or philosophy, but they don't really talk about themselves, and they're great listeners and they're great helpers, but who's gonna help Virgo if Virgo's so busy helping other people, right? Libra! I know way too much about Libra bad habits because I have way too much Libra in my chart. Way too much. Libra's like super forgetful. One time I lost my phone. I lost my phone for 2 days. The thing is that I lost it, but I didn't even notice it was gone. I will remember your eye color and your birthday and your favorite ice cream flavor and your favorite restaurant, but I'm not going to remember your name. I'm not going to remember your address if you tell me it. I'm not going to remember where I parked my car. We're forgetful, but at the same time, we remember like the little things. It's weird. Scorpio! This is an intervention, Scorpio. I'm sorry, but we had to have this talk. You have a problem with stalking people, mostly via the internet. How did you find their address? How did you know who their ex was from middle school? Scorpio's worst nightmare is the person that they're stalking goes on private. Sagittarius, I'm sorry to be the first to tell you this. You are a bad texter. The truth is that Sagittarius just doesn't have time for little mundane things like texting, you know, like writing long paragraphs. Abbreviations were made by Sagittarius because they don't freaking have time. Capricorn. Capricorn is known for being one of the most reliable signs. Rely on Capricorn, you probably do in one way or another. But like the thing is that if everyone is relying on you, who do you have to rely on? So what Capricorn does to cope with this is that they become self-sufficient. They've been taught that they need to be strong for themselves. You're so independent. You can't really give yourself completely to someone else. You know, you don't want to allow yourself to be vulnerable. Aquarius! I like to sing it. I can relate to you guys because I have Aquarius moon. Sometimes we word vomit. That's what I call it. Oh no, you shouldn't say that. Aquarius doesn't have that. The thing about Aquarius is that we will regret that and we will think about it. And we will be like, oh my god, we hurt someone's feelings. We are terrible. We are so socially inept. Leave our house, you know? Like, what's the point? Yeah. Last but not least is Pisces. This is a well-known fact that Pisces is just kind of spacey. Don't make plans with a Pisces. You make plans for a Pisces. If you make plans with a Pisces, it's just gonna be like, oh yeah, whenever's good. Oh my god, that's a butterfly. I know that the mind is sometimes a better place to be than the real place, but escapism isn't the way to go all the time. Anyway, that was fun. Hope you enjoyed the video. Love you all, no matter what bad habits you have. Bye-bye. I'm like really out of it today. Like, here's where my mind should be. It's like, this big, like, oh my goodness.